Chairman, I'd like to respond to reply 020 about school-based management. The question was asked by Dr. Cheng Chong Tai. The reply from the Bureau is such that you said you have always acted as a regulator, but in recent times we have seen very chaotic school administration, and sometimes it is because the media reported it or there were complaints, so that these were followed up. I'd like to ask the Education Bureau how you can act as a regulator. According to your reply, it seems you are doing something to get hold of the situation. First, you would vet the accounts. 2, external assessment. 3, inspection, and also you receive complaints. Apart from this, what else can you do? You say you scrutinize the audited accounts, conduct regular audit inspections, external school reviews and focus inspections, etc. What more can you do? Secondly, can you step up communication? Because earlier on, we proposed to reinstate the consultative sessions between the Bureau and teachers. This will help you come to grips with the situation within schools. Secretary, thank you. Our regulatory work has continued as usual. There are many ways to do regulatory control, and we don't have to hype up what we do recently and what we have done so far. With regard to a primary school that was very much in the news, actually our investigation started much earlier than media reports. But investigation takes time. And we attend to our investigation very seriously. As you know, on the internet now, there may be accounts which have not been verified. But as the government, when we do our investigation, we cannot be taking this lightly. We must base everything on facts, and we have to investigate all the facts before we can issue an advice or a recommendation to schools. So this takes time. If we only read media reports, and of course there are, in a way, more cases reported, and then you say the regulation is not effective, I think that is not a fair comment. But we'll continue to do our work. We'll continue to work as a good regulator. We don't want to see unpleasant incidents happening. We hope that as much as we can reduce that sort of incidents. And we also place emphasis on communication with teachers. All along, we use different channels to communicate with teachers. Mr. Ip, we used to have the system of consultative sessions with teachers. Well, yes, that existed before school-based management. And since the system was changed, those consultative sessions were not continued. But we hope that within schools, there will be enhanced communication with all stakeholders. We are now thinking of how we can build on the existing foundation to get more opportunities to communicate with teachers. Maybe not to revive the consultative sessions, but we'll do it. Can I follow up, please? Well, I was saying that there should be communication between the Bureau and teachers, but not communication within schools. I hope you can clarify that further if possible. And secondly, I'm talking about the role of the regulator. Of course, if something happens, the regulator can investigate the case and handle it. But then you have also a preventive role. When something is brewing, and if you are the regulator, you can do something when things are just starting to happen, and you should not allow things to deteriorate. But I think the present system is not effective in this way. We have seen serious cases happening. Secretary, I'd like you to pay attention to that, and that is how systematically you can also prevent such incidents from happening. Secretary, my brief reply is we'll do our best, but the reality is we have subsidized schools, government schools, and DSS schools. Altogether, there are 1,000 of them. And if you ask us to prevent even the most minor incident from happening, that will be impossible. We have to make use of our resources appropriately and do a good monitoring work. That is our responsibility.
4 minutes. I would like to follow up on the Dr. Chen Chung-tai's question. The secretaries replied that there is a task force reviewing the school-based management. As far as I know, the work has already concluded. Does that mean that in view of the recent related incidents, there will commence a new round of review to submit new recommendations? The first question, the task force have acting on the recent successive events where we commenced discussion. So how do we discuss it, and where and how much work to be done? I will leave it to the task force to decide.